All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Fragbite Masters. We are going into our second match now, or second map, rather, of the winner match here in Group A. So it's going to be between TSM and Na'Vi. Na'Vi up 1-0 after a very solid performance on their CT side of Overpass.
Oh, definitely. And now we're going to go into Inferno. I don't know, like TSM, good run early on, then they kind of just deflated, and Na'Vi just massively took over that game. That can't really happen on Inferno. We'd like to see a series with all three maps here.
What are we talking about, basically? You know, Cajun B. I mean, see, yeah, it's like Cajun, who was like super strong on the CT side.
23 kills in 15 rounds.
And then the 0 kills in like 13 rounds.
Yep. That's what it was down to.
That's not, well, 10 rounds rather, actually. So, I mean, that's really just not possible. We'll have to see if they're going to be able to turn things around here, TSM, if they're going to be just completely shattered. It's going to be Inferno next. So, Na'Vi on Inferno, problem is if they could, like, this knife round feels like it's going to be crucial, because if Na'Vi can start off strong here, CT side, after the CT side on Overpass, they could just potentially shut TSM out completely of this map.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like I don't know, less motivated TSM maybe than we're used to seeing.
Well, that's what we were talking about a little bit as well during the break, and now we're going to talk about it here since we're live. But teams, when they win, right, when they win a tournament, that they have a tendency perhaps to let off the hook a little bit because they're not quite as hungry anymore. They finally reached that goal. And as far as TSM is concerned, it's a big goal that they've been going after for a long time. They might have let off a little bit, over the past couple of days after that tournament, and now they have to come in here and play against a team that has had time to reset since their win.
Yeah, it's so hard as well. I mean, it could go either way. It could also be that they're extra hungry to keep it going. But TSM definitely seemed like they were just a little bit off their game here. Overpass, though, is all done with now. It's Inferno, which is coming up next. The final map's going to be Mirage. If it goes that far, you kind of hope it does, even though Na'Vi are notoriously strong on that map. Still could be fun to see if TSM could take it to them. Inferno's map that Na'Vi play is sort of a very unique style, and we always bring this up. They will start T-side, and that's where they play really the slow style. One smoke on seized, and a lot of armor.
And they go for the raid boss setup again. Edward, he's got that Tech 9 and that Kevlar. Alrighty, information gathering here from TSM, peeking down into Banana, and information gathering. What the hell? Cajun is all the way alone. He's alone at the bottom of mid.
Harrigan coming up finally to help him out. Cajun with a really good headshot, out of bullets as well entirely. He couldn't even reload at that point, and ends up going down. Edward and Seized are left in a 2v4, so that crazy round actually works out. But coming up from mid now, behind Edward, she said some. It's the raid boss, and they've killed off all the ads, so now he's really angry as well. Going to be taking down Carrigan, and it's all up to Seized and Edward. Try and see if they can bring this back. Edward goes down, so no head armor means that's our one click with the USP, and Seized is now going to be alone.
What can he possibly do now? He's still got that smoke to work with. You just know he wants to come over here and pick up that Tech 9. Dupree's still holding this angle, and it's just instant. As soon as Seized comes around that corner, he gets picked off immediately, and Dupree doesn't pick up the Tech 9.
Yeah, I was appalled.
I saw your hand waving around there for a second. I was thinking the same thing, like, what?
What are you doing? It's a Tech 9 on the ground. TSM will pick up the pistol, so that is big news for them. Na'Vi don't get the bomb plant, and they're going to go for the triple, or actually double deagle and 3 Tech 9s. That's kind of cool.
It's kind of weird. I mean, it's kind of weird to see deagles, really. I am still not sold on the effectiveness of this gun. I feel like Tech 9s would be so much more powerful, but in the hands of Guardian, with the aim that he's got, and Edward, I suppose, if he's on point like he is right now, could be all right. We'll see if they're going to be able to close the distance, basically, get up there. And there's the peek coming out from Guardian, trying to catch somebody out on Banana, but now they know, okay, there's a deagle on Banana, so we're not going to peek that anymore. We're just going to fall back, hold some more passive angles, and play the clock, which is exactly what Na'Vi want them to do, pretty much. Na'Vi, it's always the joke, basically, where it's like any other team would be sweating when there's 20 seconds left on the clock. Na'Vi are like, sweet, it's our time to shine. We're in our element.
Ready. Yeah, it's true. And they're all grouping up towards the middle here. Zeus is going to be popping out. The Seized and Guardian have a flashbang each, so once one of them gets put in, and we can kind of just wait for it, counting down the time here. Device, UMP in the corner, actually going to get that headshot on Guardian, and then falls back, so that's one of the flashes. Someone else is going to have to pick that up and keep going on. Na'Vi, I kind of wish they would have used one of the flashes to get into middle, and then the next one to get into the site, but maybe just a little bit too slow once again here. 30 seconds left.
Nice. Device go for the tricks, and he's just tagging him up right now, doing a lot of damage. Goes for the peek, confirms that there's 2 guys pushing up long. That bomb has been dropped at apartments now, however, and the man on shore gets cleaned up by Cajun B. Seized there to take out Cajun, however, and it's going to be Device holding solid on this site with the help of Dupree. And They're just going to completely mop up this push. Na'Vi only getting 1 kill out of that force buy. No bomb plant. That's just not good enough as far as Na'Vi are concerned here.
No, that's definitely a little bit under the mark. Third round coming up, and they're going to have no Tech 9s, no armor, no one even buying a flashbang or anything. So I kind of still wish they would. Like to see, you know, C's just buying that one flashbang, spending $200, group everyone up in second mid and flash middle, just try and hope you can get someone killed with that. TSM, though, they're playing very aggressively.
This is dangerous. It's 3 Glocks. They can rush the Vice down, and there you go. Messes up the spray initially. That's all the opening that Na'Vi need. Now Cajun B is looking to see if he can't capitalize on this. He's done some good damage. And falling back, he continues to do so. Instead, it's going to be Kerrigan down at bottom B. MP7 in hand, spots out the man, but then again, that ump has been picked up, and C's puts it to good use. The headshot on Kerrigan, and that's why the kind of power play is great. It's all fine and dandy if you can pick up kills early on and get control. If you don't get anything out of that initial mid push, you're so open to damage, to taking damage and just getting overwhelmed.
Sipnik's playing at a bit of an off angle here. See if Edward is going to be ready for it. He won't, and especially without the head armor. Still a tough round for Na'Vi to win, although they have done pretty decent damage. 45 seconds, going to be walking back from that bomb site. They know now that there's no more smoking going on over there. They must realize that much. So they could wait outside if they wanted to and try and catch Sipnik. Instead, they're going to go back and make some noise, and then back again.
It's like the plays within the plays, the mind games. It's Zeus.
Oh, and that is so cool. Cajun had the last smoke, and he throws it from second mid over here. It actually goes out a little bit too far. I guess maybe Cajun isn't normally used to throwing that, because it could land a little bit better. But Na'Vi, they're going to sneak around it, get into the site with just 16 seconds left, and Sipnik's in the background. Pretty good damage. Cajun there to help out as well, and they will get a kill in the end, but bomb plant, I don't think it's going to happen here. Zeus taking a fight, but 4 seconds, and it's going to be... Whoa! If he could have had just 2 more seconds, that would have been it. What an expensive round here. TSM losing 4 members, and Zeus stealing an M4 and surviving. That's insane.
That's a tremendous upgrade for Zeus, actually. He manages to make that... There you go. You know, the force buy that they didn't have much success with, Na'Vi just completely come back and turn that around in that round. No investment on their part, and they get 4 kills out of it, and nearly a bomb plant as well. So Na'Vi should be very pleased there with how that went. Now it's going to be the big round here. Na'Vi have got the money. They've got everything they need. TSM as well, actually managing to get together a pretty reasonable buy here.
Yeah, AWP on device. And he's actually pretty good at opening on Inferno for some reason. Although I say it, and he instantly goes down. Yeah, Flamey sees that coming, and now Cajun's there to pick it up. Flamey pre-fires it. He crouches in and fires. Super well played. C's going to be taking down Sipnik and Kerrigan. Well, he's got the one reply, but he's also alone. Fighting seized up here, and the A-bomb site's going to get planted on any second now. I'm not sure what Kerrigan can do except to try and get exit frags and try and stay alive.
Cheech M.
Yeah, I've tried to figure it out, and then I gave up.
Dude, you can't... Edward can't possibly be a fan of Cheech and Chong.
That's what I thought, but well, that was the association that I made as well.
It doesn't strike me as the type. He does like to wear colorful clothing, but... you know... I don't know if that's his bag. All right. Well, Edward is great.
We're just you know, just a couple of seconds away from reviving the Semler getting high meme that was going on for a while. Well, Kerrigan hiding in the corner over by construction does spot out Edward, and he ends up going down. So 1 exit frag, better than nothing. The rest of TSM, well, actually 1 person could buy. This is a dangerous time to force up, and they are going to do it anyway. All right. Pretty bold move from TSM here. This is either sort of a, you know, come back right in the game, really play it big, or let Na'Vi have a lot of control in the first half.
That's right, Cotton. So we're going to have to see how this plays out now. I mean, it's a big risk, you're right. If they lose this, they're going to be on an eco round for TSM. Na'Vi get 3 rounds, and that's nearly there for Na'Vi. And on Overpass, a lot of the rounds that Na'Vi picked up were basically when they managed to break the TSM economy. So TSM, they're giving them a big chance here. And everybody gathered up at the top of Banana as well for Na'Vi. This is perfect for them now. It's going to be Sipnik's alive at the back of this site. He's going to spot them pushing through, and that's it. His opportunity. It's so slim now that he's actually going to live through this. The Molotov's not going to help. He takes one with him, though. Key kill. And now they need to really get the job done and lock this down here, Na'Vi.
Flamey actually missing that shot's pretty big because Zeus is low on health. Edward's on half health as well. TSM could get in here before Flamey could even help out. This is pretty big. Oh, sprays down. Zeus is going to be dropped now. Edward's alone in the bomb site. And that means the bomb is dropped here. TSM with a very, I would say, narrow opening, but they hit it perfectly. And Flamey, just hitting that crossover kill or not hitting it, that made all the difference in the world. He's going to come up with a kill on Device, but now they know. And he should not be able to clutch this.
No, honestly, they've got the crossfire set up on him now. So now it comes down to holding these angles correctly. Cajun, he's got eyes on that bomb. There's a smoke to eliminate one edge, but he turns away. Timing is everything. Flamey turns away from Dupree, and that opens it up for a perfect kill there on Dupree's side.
That was a very strange turnaround. But TSM's gamble with going for the force up here definitely pays off, and that is going to be huge for them. They can keep Na'Vi on that one round, especially because Na'Vi are now forcing up in return. And if they don't make this work, then it's a good beginning from TSM. It feels like they're still not done fighting for the first couple of rounds here. They're still going back and forth a bit. But it's one round away from TSM securing a decent first half at least. Should be.
Zipnik's once again occupying that position at cart. And this time around, Zeus comes around that corner just prepared. He was already aiming that position, so he knew exactly what to do. Zipnik gets no joy. Nice flash onto Zeus, but there is no follow-up. Kerrigan actually going to use that nade. Spots out Zeus, though, just before the smoke goes up. And there you go. Kerrigan bringing it back somewhat. That bomb is alive at the top of Banana as well. Na'Vi were just looking to reproduce the results of last round.
Oh, Cajun getting caught. He had a grenade in hand when they came around. I could see him selecting it. And Edward, he's going to get that kill on Cajun. So now it's a 4v3. And they are going to try and go for the B-bomb site here. Device holding with the P90 up close. He's going to go down. Kerrigan now coming in. Huge job on his hands. Has to get essentially a triple kill. Going to be the first one in. Can't get the second one. And he would have got stabbed in the back anyway because Edward was coming in from Archway. So Dupree going to run away. And now he making the force work in return. Great job.
And you can see he's upset because he isn't even keeping the chickens for company. He's just hacking him to pieces, the monster. So I mean, they should be upset right now because TSM just won that last round, and now they're going to be reset completely. $1,500 on Kerrigan, so at least there's that to work with. They'll have around 2,900 in the next round, but the rest of them, I mean, Zipnik's 850, the others 2 on 0, so this is really not looking good here for TSM. They had a chance to get full control and shut Na'Vi down. If they could have won this follow-up round, Na'Vi would have been in the doghouse. But now TSM, they're the ones who got put in the kennel.
The hen house?
In the hen house? Well, I guess Dupree's trying to do his best impression. You know, look.
Strange terrorists on this map, because they're not bombing people, they're bombing the fish over at the B-bomb site.
They're bombing the fish and aqua chicken, dude. Yeah. But what's worse is like, what do the French have against fish? Because they're all wearing berets too. It makes me feel bad. Yeah. Like, what's up with that?
I'm trying to come up with a joke here, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
Hold it back, dude. Hold it back.
Oh, a little bit of air control. Half bunny jump coming out from Edward, getting closer to the middle. This is very aggressive from Na'Vi, just walking right in here, taking a fight, and more aggressive than Dupree was ready for. He makes it out anyway, and Edward is just going to run in here. Look at the speed with which he's going to Archway. This is definitely going to catch TSM off guard, but Device still wins it with that FAMAS, just catching Edward, peeking the other way. Bit of a shame. That's very fast for Na'Vi to be that far up on the map.
And I think that's the thing, like, good change of pace there from Na'Vi, really catching TSM off guard. Now, actually, TSM, I mean, it's Device that's bringing it back one bit at a time here. Managed to get the kill onto Guardian, so 2 kills going their way. Third one could be coming as well, as Flamey just completely fluffs his spray. Zeus is going to be able to take out Cajun, but then, once again, Device is just laying waste. He's got 73 HP, an AK, and immeasurable hope. And, well, Zeus is there to snuff it. I mean, the god himself is not going to be messing around with that. So, like, life is cruel, Device.
Oh, did spot him then? I think he did. Zeus still goes down to Sipnix, so TSM making that round work very importantly as well.
Oh, that was a cool little trick there.
Yeah, if only could have worked. That would have been sick. 5-2. Na'Vi, they go for the force up once more. They really don't care. This is like such a prolonged battle in the beginning. It feels like whatever struggle was going on from the first 3 rounds, it just kind of keeps lingering on. There's never that breathing moment for any team where they can just say, all right, well, relax. We're just fighting pistols. The one time TSM had that was when they almost lost everything in the middle. Was when Device got caught in the corner with the UMP. That was the one moment where TSM could have relaxed, and they almost lost that round.
This is actually horrendous. Yeah, it's like they're trying to jog right now, except they're jogging through like the forest, where you can never actually develop a rhythm instead of jogging on a track. Just throwing that out there.
It's so relaxing.
Jogging in the forest, man. There's like few things that are as painful as that.
You know what is good though? Biking in the forest.
Yeah, man. You know who's a big fan of that right now?
Joe.
Yeah, he keeps tweeting.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I saw
Joe.
that. I mean, no offense, Joe, but I always saw Joe Miller as the sort of person who spends his time in a pub, you know.
Right? I'm like, how far do I want to take this? Thanks, Anders. You actually went for it. I was like, Joe, you know, the only form of exercise he gets are the arm curls, you know, with the beer, with the pint.
Yeah.
But dude, he's actually been biking a lot.
Yeah, that's really awesome. All right, well, we're getting sidetracked here. And in the meantime, Na'Vi, look, they're setting up for a push towards this B-bomb site. Karrigan going to go down. C's just seeing that coming miles away in the back of site. Device holding, going to pick up the 1 kill. He needs a lot more right now, and they're coming for him. Couldn't connect with the spray, ends up going down. And now Cajun and Dupree are oddly separated. So Cajun's fighting alone. Dupree can't even help him out. I'm not sure what the plan is here for TSM, but it's definitely not going to work out. Cajun trying to retake alone against 4 people. Not happening. And Dupree's already just hop-skipping out of there.
How is it that Dupree, yeah, unfortunately for him, they keep going B site, so he's always left with kind of like, well, a bit of a rough position, right? It's like you're not going to be able to retake 1v4, so you might as well go mope in a corner and, you know, admire that beautiful painting on the wall. The thing is, it's almost as if these teams have agreed, they've made a pact that they're just going to go back and forth halvesies.
Yeah, this is...
Because look at this now. This is yet another round now where it's like Na'Vi started this chain, basically. And there we have it. You know, it's just back and forth. Are we going to see TSM? At this point, TSM just have to grit their teeth and go for the buy. Just keep going.
I mean...
There is no backing up.
Okay, that's what they will do. My argument for why maybe they wouldn't is because this is around when Na'Vi actually made it out with 4 members alive. So it's not like Na'Vi are entirely pressured for money. I mean, they could probably still make a buy work if they just get a couple of kills or get a bomb plant or something here. Yeah, but this is essentially a way of saying we're not going to let go. We're not going to give you any breathing room. It's kind of all or nothing.
No, this is, you know, I'm always mentioning that game of chicken, but this is it pretty much. They're both shouting at each other, pedal to the metal. And well, I mean, look at the slow approach as well. I mean, I do like the fact that Guardian's got a bodyguard. And again, they go for the same kind of position, except that they haven't brought the bomb with them, the top banana this time around, Na'Vi. Instead, they leave it at the bottom. So they really are just looking for that initial pick. They're trying to get the information as to, you know, have TSM bot. Do TSM have something to work with against us here, or is it just pistols that we're dealing with?
Now, let's check it out. Something we were crediting Dignitas with earlier in the day is saving smokes over at B and really trying to slow them down. Civic still has his, and there's about 45 seconds. That's generally a good timing. When you see there's still smoke left around 45 seconds, you know the CT side have done their job at sort of basic level. And Na'Vi don't really want to wait for it. They see the smoke going up, and they say, all right, fine, we're going to put the flashes in and try and run through Karrigan. 2 great kills. Picks up the AK, keeps spraying. Karrigan now with a triple, finally goes down. And still... very well played by him, and now it's going to be a 2v4 here. Tough position, Sipney through the smoke to take down Flamey, and Guardian almost going down as well to that spray, but Device will clean it up. And a nice illustration of exactly what happens when you end up pushing through smoke. And
you also have like the mind games, because you saw Karrigan, he's just kind of grinning to himself, crossing his fingers, because Na'Vi went through the trouble of chucking HEs. They went for the pre-fire into that corner. They're thoroughly checking that corner to make sure nobody's lurking there, so that when they come through that smoke, they don't have to look right. And Karrigan, he's just dancing on the edge and finally eases himself in there. So it's just, Na'Vi thought that they were being thorough, but then Karrigan with the mind game to catch them off guard. And then just utter chaos from there. But like I said, Anders, it's the pact. It was TSM's turn to win a round. Now it's up to Na'Vi to bring it back. We have to see this continue now. We can't see Na'Vi back off.
Oh, Karrigan going to try and take a fight with C's down here. There was a grenade falling in as well. And it will be TSM getting the entry fact. So maybe finally the curse has been broken. Device not getting the kill. Karrigan doing all the work with the FAMAS. And if they win this round, then Na'Vi are suddenly going to be ecoing a lot. And the game could really change.
This is double eco territory, basically, for Na'Vi. I mean, it'll be the one round that they've just lost, so they'll get 1900 in the next round, but we'll have to see if it's double or single, depending on a plant. But, I mean, we're not done yet. They've still got 3 rifles alive. They just don't have any nades to work with. Not a single nade for Na'Vi. They have 3 rifles now. But with 45 seconds left on the clock, that just does not leave them a whole lot to work with. I mean, so many flashes left, including a Molotov on Karrigan as well. So that B side is pretty much a no-go zone that you just cannot go there if you're Na'Vi. That single Molotov and the flashes will just stop you cold. You're down to 30 seconds. It's looking like it's going to have to go for A. And really, all 3 of them just have to kind of group up together and hope for trade kills.
They don't have any smokes either, so they can't block out the people in pit. So even if they get the kill on Sipnix here, the 2 people in pit are still going to be so useful. Whereas if they kill Sipnix and sort of wrapped around through Arch and could smoke off pit, there was a real chance. But obviously now you can see Na'Vi just going to save in the end here. 10 seconds left, so they're going to be 7-3. And at least they'll have these weapons to fight with next round, as opposed to nothing at all. Bring up the scoreboard and see what Zeus and Flamey have left, and it's not that much.
No, that's it. 1900 was the win bonus.
Could go Tech 9 armor if they really wanted to.
I think they should.
I hope they won't. I feel like
there you go, bro.
Oh god,
they have no fear.
This is madness.
TSM, now you're like, you've won 2 in a row. We cannot allow this. We cannot allow this to stand. And well, we have the pause coming in here for Na'Vi now. So seized. Let's see, Zeus and Flamey buy up Guardian. They still have the AK. This is crazy. And TSM now have just a massive gear lead, because the last round would have been a little light on nades, perhaps. This round they've got everything.
Well, you know who's having a laugh on Twitter at our biking? Shout out to D-Man for being great as well. Yeah,
What's up, Lee?
I don't know why did both of us remark at the fact that he was taking a ride in the forest. I don't know why that was such a thing. But
I do, but that's the thing. It's the mind meld, man. I know exactly where you're going with it. I was just like, Joe, he's the only guy, I'm thinking of, who's on Twitter tweeting, like, oh, guys, I'll have a couple hours to go for a nice little bike ride in the forest this afternoon. I'm like, Joe, it's sunny. It's a beautiful day out. I'm glad, man.
Yeah.
Get that forest air.
It does feel really good.
Spring is finally here, man. It feels like spring is actually here now, despite the fact that I despise it because of allergies.
Yeah, you get hit heavy by that.
Dude, my eyes.
Well,
my eyes.
I will say this though: I prefer the current European spring is to the one that's in Texas.
Nah.
Oh, it's like it's not even that the temperature's that high in Texas, but humidity is mad.
It's like not only that, but you feared for your life because of those thunderstorms and the lightning and everything as well.
Yeah.
It's like a good thing we weren't out in the middle of nowhere at some point, because it's just like apparently it's just lightning everywhere and hurricane winds.
It was a bit brutal. I've got a video of it somewhere with Sean Gares playing beer pong as well, but lightning in the background.
Yes, it was fate. Fated to win at the table.
Yeah,
at
that
least.
was when they had already lost the match, by the way, at ESC. It wasn't before, just to clear that up. Galil and AK, and then the force-up with the Tech 9s, which I definitely don't agree with, but then again, they have been making it work a lot, so you can't really blame them for wanting to try it a little bit more. Setup from TSM is really good for what Na'Vi are about to do, which is coming out of apps like this. Going to be really tough to make it through, but a great entrance from Zeus. That's a huge kill. Going for more. Dupree in the pit, I think at 1, and then they take him out. Edward with the refract there. A 3v3 situation. Well played by Na'Vi. More than I thought they would have been able to do with this kind of push.
Absolutely. And, well, there's Device, and he doesn't get that shot. He even spots him going into pit. Now, there's 2 guys playing in that pit, but the most important thing is that the bomb's gotten onto this site. Device finally connects with the shot, takes out Flamey, Kerrigan up on short, takes out another one. And there's going to be Sipnix. Everybody getting a piece of the action in the end. TSM have now stabilized. 3 men survive. And another round in a row here. Na'Vi will surely, well, with the bomb plant... Man, do they dare? Do they dare? They really shouldn't at this point. This is where you actually have to draw a line. You're at 3 rounds. All you need are a couple more here. At least save up and allow Guardian to get an op.
Right.
So, yeah. Oh. Flamey, what are you doing? It's not even an AK. You go for a Galil.
The only other team that is super excited at the moment, thinking this, they finally understood our style, is Hellraisers. Hellraisers are just like, yes, we're not alone any longer. There's another mad team out there that's willing to just buy every single round. So, I mean, the traditional thinking, I'm not going to say it's the right way of thinking, because I don't think there is such a thing in Counter-Strike, but the traditional thinking would be, we're playing on T-side Inferno. All we need is like 5 or 6 rounds, and we can do it. So if we just save this 1 round and give TSM a 9th round, we've got plenty of real estate to play with. We can still make it work with rifles. Whereas Na'Vi are just kind of... They're just, pouring on the pain here. TSM, we're going to the scoreboard again. How much money does TSM have? That's really important.
TSM are starting to run away with it, I think, now. They've got some breathing room.
Yeah. That's what Na'Vi want to prevent. Device getting back from round here. Going to flash out, make sure they don't chase him too much. And a good kill coming in. He does actually get tagged up a little bit. Ends up going down to Guardian. Kerrigan's there to pick up the slack. And Edward taking a fight. Tech 9 not going to work out. And TSM only losing 1 person that round. They lost 2 in the last one. Yeah, the money is so good for TSM. So it wasn't like that last force-up from Na'Vi was a play that could have forced an eco. And that's also why I think it's not quite worth it. The potential reward for doing it is just a little bit less at that point. And now they do have all the rifles they could ever want here.
Yeah, TSM, even after that, still have plenty of money in the bank. So even if Na'Vi win this round, flat out, TSM are going to be able to afford an offer Device. They're going to be able to afford whatever they want. Molotov to the top, though, and Device gets a little toasty for him. But Guardian gets dropped down low as well, down to a half HP. So a pretty fair exchange, actually, to begin with here. And they're going for the straight-up Fnatic Flash, actually. Not putting too many people through top mid, but Zeus, he's going to get roasted. Dupree is going to be there to greet him.
Good angle from Dupree. All the smoke, he couldn't see a thing, but still makes it work. Flashes come out as well. Edward looking the wrong way and ends up going down. Dupree with a good little headshot there. It'll be a 5-3, and this could be where TSM really start to rock Na'Vi and just have them way down low in this first half.
And Seas is kind of a man on a mission right now. He's actually going to catch that man off guard. Then he walks into Zipnix. Dupree is there as well. Flamey, the last man alive here in a 1v3. He's got 28 HP. Plenty of time on the clock, but that bomb is dropped in library, and there's already a man holding that angle. Cajun B actually prevents him from going to pick it up. The preemptive Molotov into library. Burning books. Cajun, you heathen.
Oh no. 10-3. 15th round. I mean, Na'Vi, they've lost now 5 in a row. So at least their round loss bonus is starting to kick in here. They can really make some buys work. But
the man who's going to 8 right now, though, is 17-1-6 for Kerrigan.
That's like pretty damn good.
That is not too shabby, especially with how close it's been. That's the incredible thing. It's been so incredible. I mean, it's been so close right from the start, but it's 10-3, and TSM are looking even better this round with that entry frag from Device. He just annihilates that man in Banana. That C's getting taken out. The remainder of Na'Vi slowly working their way up onto this A site, but again, so few nades to work with here for Na'Vi. I would have liked to have even seen like an extra Galil just to allow them to have a few smokes to work with.
Ooh, pop flash into the middle. And a big trade going on right now. Still in favor of TSM as they're a man up. And Cajun is up here in Graveyard. Kind of a hard spot to play on. Still going to make it work. Cajun, Zipnix and Cajun with a good double kill then. And, yeah, it can be dangerous up in Graveyard. There's not a lot of room to really fall back on, especially if he was playing really far back. He was far back from the ladder as well, or from the stairwell then. So if they do sort of group up on him, it might be a little bit tricky, but he made that work beautifully. That was just perfect.
It's very considerate of players who decide to play from Graveyard as well, because, you know, they just do have to work for you. They're already there. They just kind of fall back, and you just got to shovel the earth in, and you're set.
Yeah, minimal amount of effort.
You see, that's really considerate. Look at this push down mid, actually. Again, Device, he's just like, nope. Last round was Banana. Now he plays up in mid. Just trying to vary it up. Doesn't go for any aggressive peaks. Actually, since he got picked up by Flamey in that one round, I don't think we've seen Device go once into apartments with that off. They've been playing fairly casual up in apartments, actually, TSM.
Yeah, they've had so much success playing close in pit that it just makes more sense to kind of keep doing that up on the balcony like they are now. Zipnix checking even through the fire. If he could catch someone off guard who might have been, you know, falling asleep thinking no one would dare try and do that. Bomb making its way back to top mid while they keep Zeus over here with the one smoke that they have. If you got one smoke, I always feel like going B is just a much more safe choice.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially if you're getting picked off in A. Dupree takes it out, but it's going to be a library smoke. And are they looking for the wraparound? I mean, they could try and push into CT, but there's 2 guys there now. One on Speedway, one in CT itself. Kerrigan's going to get caught off guard, however, but there's that second man. Device holding solid with that 5-7, gets the kill, but then Zeus there to follow up on it. 2-on-3 scenario, make that 2-on-2 as C's picks up Cajun B, who is peeking on short to get info. Now it's going to be a 2-on-2 scenario here, and they've actually got this man pinned down in the pit. It's Dupree, 50 HP, and it looks like C's has a good idea of where he's playing from.
The timing, 20 seconds. They actually have to move a little bit here, otherwise they're going to run out of time entirely. There's a good kill from C's, making it a double. Bomb is going to go down as well. And he's going to spot out Zipnix. Just ready and waiting. Zipnix wanting to throw up a grenade then, but it looks like Na'Vi might be able to pick up a 4th round at least at the end here. Zipnix very low on health and ends up going down, so first half 11-4. We've seen comebacks from this position, and especially Na'Vi were playing so well on TT side overpass. It might be doable, but I still feel like TSM got the most out of this first half overall. I think that was they ended up winning that crucial back and forth battle, and that probably that decides a lot in the first half there.
That's definitely got to be one of the more legendary, you know, slugfests that we've seen, though. Like, for it to last like nearly 10 rounds, where it's just back and forth buying nonstop, that's not something you see every day. So Still, Na'Vi managed to get 4 rounds on the board, and we get to see now what happens in the pistol round, seeing as how there will be no raid boss actually picked up for TSM. They decide to go straight Glock. Only Zipnik's holding any nades here, and there you go. Flash to top banana. Great flash, in fact. But there's 3 players here for Na'Vi, and Kerrigan! That's why you don't go first, Kerrigan! What are you doing?
Oh my god, that was painful to even watch, but they actually make it through anyway with the man advantage, playing 2v3 now. That kill took so long behind the truck. Zipnik's turning around just as Edward is about to make his way in, and he's going to execute him for it. So we're back into a 2v1. Edward going to go down. Guardian now playing alone. Without the kit, without much at all. No grenades. He has to move so quick or try and find that kit somewhere. Misses the headshot there. Going to go check back of sight here and ends up going down to Cajun, who picks up a triple device with a double. And TSM are now well on their way to seeing Mirage, and so are we.
There you go. We might actually get that wish. Full map 3. Full 3 maps here for the winner match as well from this Group A, because all the matches up until this point have been 2-0s. So to get a 3rd map would be fantastic, especially out of teams of this caliber. And now Na'Vi, I mean, we have to see if they're going to be able to deliver. And interestingly enough, it's Flamey who's going just for a straight Eagle, no Kevlar. Would expect that from Guardian instead, or perhaps he dropped that scout for Guardian. Well, regardless of how the money was played out. It's Guardian with a Kevlar scout by. That's not going to really save him when it comes to the HE, and he's going to get dropped down to half HP. Cajun pushes up the top. Banana gets peeked out by C's. And now they have to actually worry about the gun here and controlling it. Yeah, look at that. C's throws down that smoke. He wants to get it.
Looking for it.
Can't sneak up, though. I think they managed to recover it.
Okay. Certainly doesn't have one yet, so I'm not really sure how far back it is or if they did throw it away. Either way, TSM are taking their sweet time right now. It is a 4v4, and they do have a pretty sizable advantage. Seized. He gets shot in the face, but still staying alive. That head armor really saving him, and he ends up dropping to Kerrigan.
And he gets the headshot there as well!
Oh, you're right, he did.
Dude, what is going on? That's so much damage. And now a 3-on-3. Kerrigan low, and they know that he's been headshot. Just comes down to the execution here. Sipmix alive on the edge. Another headshot there, actually, for Guardian.
And Edward and Zeus just sneaking up from either side. Zeus has got that MP7 in hand, making a little bit of noise, maybe hoping to distract him. Edward picks up a kill on Sipnix and keeps shooting. Still got 12 bullets left. That's a 2nd kill now coming in. Back aside, Dupree just has to stay alive. He's going to get the 1 kill with the Mac 10 and goes for a little bit more. Plenty of bullets left. He's just barely going to win that round and make it to 13-4. Would have been, I mean, even if they got the kill in the end there, I think there's not a lot of time, but it's, I don't know, an expensive round from TSM nonetheless.
Yeah, right? But now I'm just wondering how does this play out from here on out? If they had actually managed to pick up an SMG kill there or two, wouldn't have been surprised to see Na'Vi try and go for some kind of YOLO buy here. Instead, they're electing to allow TSM to get up to 14 rounds. And from there, they have little room for error, virtually none. So let's see now, Na'Vi, I mean, they don't go for anything crazy here either. They could have gone for a B stack, A stack, anything, basically to try and gamble and catch TSM off guard. But Na'Vi go basically as standard as could be.
Mag 10 sounds so ridiculous.
I don't even... Oh!
Headshots galore over at the middle, but Dupree will end up coming out on top with a good spray at the end. And a triple kill. 14-4. 10 rounds ahead of Na'Vi currently. TSM definitely looking quite good. I'm curious now. I mean, I thought this would be very close. I guess now is the first time when Na'Vi get a real chance to put up a defense at CT sign. So we could be seeing some sort of really ridiculous combat. But to come back from 14-4 is very tough on Inferno.
Yeah, you need to at least have 1 round of buffer.
Yeah.
That's the main issue here. Like, really not enough to work with here. Now, they don't have a tremendous number of nades either to work with here, Na'Vi. They're really quite limited. So TSM want to put pressure on early to see if they can't force some gear out of Na'Vi. That's what's happening over in Banana right now. And Dupree, with the help of Sipnix, they're going to start poking around here on balcony. It's an ultra-aggressive hold on Na'Vi's side, however.
This is so hard for Edward. If they jump down when he's down there, he's going to have too many targets to hold, essentially. Buddy comes back just in time and picks up 2 kills. That is so huge. TSM couldn't necessarily know that. If they had gone just, jump down across the balcony, then it's really hard to play towards quad when there are people coming in there, and especially if they come out of boiler as well at the same time. TSM just waiting, trying to set up here. Guardian going to get the kill on Cajun. Kerrigan, 1 kill, and then he goes down. Bomb, not in control of Device, who ends up dropping, even though it looked like he should have been Should have been ready to get that kill on Seized.
Sure looked like he should have been coming out ahead there, yeah. Now, let it begin. Oh! Oh, TSM show restraint. TSM want to end this in the next round. Okay, then.
Yeah, and this, I mean, especially when you're this far ahead, it makes so much more sense to really try and make the most out of the rounds you have. Get a few solid rounds in and close the game out, instead of having a whole string of sort of mediocre rounds that aren't really going anywhere.
Well, sometimes you have that where teams just say, well, you know, we might as well force because we have so many rounds to play with, right? The issue with that train of thought is that very often you actually before you know it, you've actually run out of rounds to play around with. If you keep throwing them away needlessly, you're like, oh, we've got plenty of space, and then, oh wait, you know, they've only got 3 rounds away, and then the pressure really sets in.
That is always going to be my worry. That's always the one thing that I'm not too pleased with. So, Navi trying to slowly close the gap here. TSM spending all their money, including one Molotov that they do have. Try and check somewhere, and instantly a grenade going out to top mid as well. Smoke grenade, so they're going to be able to get some mid control here on the TSM side. And they're speeding up behind it. This is super fast. Oh my god. Danish team just rushing in, and look at that. Edward entirely caught. Guardian trying to get back. He gets a shot off here, and the bomb is dropped in the middle. Zeus with a great double kill. What a way to shut down that push. That actually makes a huge difference, because if that doesn't happen, Guardian has to continuously split his focus between apartments and quad. But because Zeus shuts down the push at quad, Guardian can actually get a second kill up in apartments, and it works out. This move from Zeus is really huge.
Yeah, and you can see that's actually Guardian holding up on apartments. I mean, the fact that Guardian is there as well up on balcony, he gets that initial frag on the man taking point going into that site. I mean, everything kind of falling into position there.
Yeah, but I think if Zeus had been playing like you probably normally would, back at Arch instead, Guardian would have been so much alone. Like, he could have maybe got one more kill, but then he probably would have gone down anyway. So I think that was like, yeah, some heads-up play from Zeus there. Edward gonna get the one kill in, and they almost line up for him, and everybody gets destroyed. Coming out of Apps and top mid, 14-8. Navi doubling their round score in just like 2 minutes. Really fast rounds coming out right now.
I'm wondering if we're going to see a change of pace here from TSM, or if they're just going to continue to try and barrel through. Because they also might be saying, you know, that was actually kind of close there. If Zeus wasn't there, we might have been able to make that. Now we know that Guardian's playing up on balcony, these sorts of things. Perhaps it's information that they can take away with it, so we'll see if TSM decide to speed up or if they are going to slow down their play a little bit. Nobody going into second mid. Yes, the one guy, that's actually Kerrigan heading back there. And they're going to get up past that smoke in a banana. Navi have to realize that. And there's the pick. Sipnix opens it up, takes out Guardian. The double kill for Sipnix. He's doing it. Triple kill. The B defense annihilated by this single man. And well, now it gets awkward for Edward and Zeus.
Yeah, they really feel like they have to go for it here, and they might as well. Zeus gonna pick up Sipnix finally. Somebody put an end to his madness, but that triple entry is really hard to deal with. Molotov going off, and Navi are gonna end up running away.
Nice parting shot. But then Device takes out Zeus, and it is literally going to be Edward left alone. And can he find Guardian's AWP? No, it was top banana, so he really can't. Whoa, what?
I don't know. That seemed a bit confusing. 15-8, and it's going to be maybe the last stand here. There's a lot of money on Navi, which is also why it made sense for them to try and retake 2v4 anyway. Because now they don't need money. Now they just need to win every single round. The next 7 in a row from here on out to make this first half, well, to make this second map work here. Just to get the overtime.
Yeah, get the overtime and close this out 2-0. Oh, the leaping shot. There's the bait. Device. He's going to get nailed by Guardian, though. Guardian just so casual. Guardian picks up a second one as well. Dupree, however, just going on a tear right now. Hasn't taken a single point of damage, but he's killed off 2 players. This is looking like at least Dupree putting up a bit of a fight here for TSM. Even if Guardian's just having a field day in mid. Navi with the aggressive hold at bottom banana as well.
Yeah, I thought for a moment actually they were going to keep pushing. It looked like they had their minds set to that. And finally they are actually walking up right in front of Kerrigan. That smoke when it fades could be big for him if he's going to get the timing down perfectly. Seized will get the kill. Kerrigan pushing through, takes out one and sprays. And he could run right into B, and I think he's realizing this is a really smart move. Still going to be a tough round for him to win, but Seized low on health. One good grenade from Kerrigan here could seal the deal and make it a 1v1. Let's see, is he going to get it? He's selecting it now. Is he going to put it in? He does. They're going to walk right into it. Oh my god! Touchdown, and Guardian now in a 1v1 versus Kerrigan with an M4 that he switched out. No longer the AWP, and that's smart. Wants to come through here, and Kerrigan just has to wait and buy time.
And Guardian hasn't the faintest. He doesn't know. He taps that bomb, but it's a very interesting position as well. Out in the open, not a common spot at all. And the time is quickly running out here for Guardian. He predicts that Kerrigan's worked his way back into construction. Now it's going to be Kerrigan counting down in his mind.
Beautiful.
1, 2, 3, peak. That's textbook play there from Kerrigan. Mind games. And I was going to say, actually, in the second half, we really haven't seen Kerrigan get too many frags past what we saw him initially get on his CT side. But these are the frags that matter. The heroic performance and the Kobe nade at the end.
Yeah, this 1v3 is definitely also a candidate for player of the day. That's really, really hard. He has so little time to make those decisions, and he does it just right every single time. Very, very cool. That's essentially like 3 choices in a row that are all perfect. So very, very cool done. Yeah, I like that.
And now we go to one of my favorite maps, basically. We go to Mirage.
Yeah.
It actually happened.
I've used to dislike this map a lot, and then I spent 15 hours running around looking for smokes and flashbangs on it, so now I actually like it a lot more.
You know who made me love this map?
What? Tell me.
LGB. Old LGB.
Oh, yeah. They played
Meister, Crims.
Oh, they played some fun times on it.
Because they were, ultra aggressive, in your face, constant pushes. Just they showed that, aggro CT could be just this real thing that could be just beautiful to watch.
I think I think Mirage annoyed me because there were so few wallbangs. Then I figured out there actually are a couple you can use. And then the smokes are still very interesting. So now I'm just enjoying the map as it is. Yeah. Third map, finally we get to see one. It's between TSM and Navi, and it'll be coming up right after this break.